Hi everyone, it's been a long time since I posted a video. Finally decided to get stuck back into the renovations on the house. So the other bathroom got finished, and now I've decided to start on what was the original bathroom of the house, which is going to be turned into an ensuite. So in order to do that, I've got to start in the master bedroom first, because I have to move a built-in wardrobe, which was here, and put it on that wall there. And what I'm also going to do is the window that I took out of the other bedroom, which I still have, I'm going to put that, or the other window, into this wall and have the bedroom window facing the front of the house, and I'm going to brick this in, and then the bed will get turned around and be on that wall, and the built-in robe will be on that wall, and then we'll knock a doorway through here and into the bathroom. So today I haven't done a great deal. Just got to take it slow. Still got some health issues I'm dealing with. So I've just got to go really slow. But as you can see, I've stripped out all of the frame, all of the masonite. Normally these are either plasterboard or like laminated chipboard, but this house was built 40 years ago, so I guess back in the day they used masonite to line everything. I want to do away with that. Really strange thing that I discovered was that even the ceiling part of the robe, there's no plasterboard there. That's actually just a masonite sheet. So when I take that out, all my roof insulation is going to come raining down. So I'm going to have to get up in the roof, if I can, with my hip being really bad and needing a hip replacement. It's going to be excruciatingly painful to do that, but I don't have anybody else to help me at the moment. My bestie is in the middle of his own house renovations at the moment, so I'm going to have to tackle this myself. So basically half the roof now is going to be replastered, and then obviously each side of the doorway that will go through this wall. So I've still got to take this down. I've been at it for a couple of hours. It's sort of the end of the day. I should have filmed as I was doing it, but the GoPro was flat and it took a while to charge, so you know, it's dismantled. So yeah, everything's sort of been pulled out. Found some really weird stuff. When I first started renovating this house, over 20 years ago, when I first bought the house and I started renovating it, I started finding some weird stuff behind walls when I was cutting out plaster and stuff, and I thought, oh, this is all a bit weird, or the finish on certain bits of plasterboard was really weird. I've got a wall here. I'll just turn some more lights on. You won't see this in the camera too, but there's some, like a square here that was like it's been filled in. It's really strange. It's as if the house was built in reverse, or the plans had been drawn in reverse, and the builders came in and started building, and rather than putting the kitchen at the back of the house where it currently is, they built the kitchen up the front here. I've found a whole lot of, like today, obviously there was a power point there, but you can see the plasterboard's never been cut. So nothing went in there. There was, looks like, a power point in there at one time. I don't know why there would be one there because there's a bathtub there. And then you've got a junction box here, which is really weird. And in the bathroom as well, way back in the day, like obviously I had the two taps and the spout there, but on the outside of the wall there was I think it was about a 55mm PVC pipe that was plumbed into the main stormwater pipe, so the 90mm stormwater pipe that picks up all the water out of the sinks, and it came up and it came into the wall cavity and it stopped. It didn't do anything. It was just, it's like they messed up the plumbing, but rather than take that fitting out or that piece of pipe out and cap it, they just left it. So I think, from everything I've found, I think they built this house back to front. Another thing was that, there's all the stuff I've pulled out today. This wall heater. When I first bought the house, I'm sorry for everything being dark, guys, I sort of didn't plan to take you on this little trip, but when I first recessed this fridge area, back in probably 2001, as you know, it's slightly narrower now because we did the bathroom and the linen press, and we sort of pulled it in a little bit. It was a little bit too big for that fridge. I actually found the carcass of that wall heater inside there. And there's also a gas pipe that runs down this wall and up into the roof into a T-piece, which then went off to what used to be a gas oven in that corner before I went electric. It used to be like a freestanding gas oven. So that gas pipe ended up being I just ended up extending it, and that became my gas supply for my cooktop. But there was the carcass of a wall heater in here, and you put the wall heater in the living room, in the lounge room. You don't put it in the kitchen. So I've got a feeling that they built this house back to front. They started to build the kitchen, so they built it. So they've built it back to front, and then they've built it left to right. It's like it was a mirror image of what it was meant to be. So, I just keep finding all these little bits and pieces. Like, you can see the PowerPoints there, where they were going to put one, and where they did put one, and then put a junction box in and stuff. There's never been any PowerPoints in the wardrobe at all. There's never been any PowerPoints on that wall either. But you'll see here, like, the bathtub's here. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing. The only thing that's electrical that ever went on the wall was this old heater that I put in. And as you can see, there's the cable, and that runs straight up into the roof, and that got connected to a power supply up in the roof. So yeah, very strange and weird things took place with this house. So, like here, we've got this cable here coming down from the roof into a junction box. Then we've got this going through this wall, which goes under the bathtub, and obviously it will go under the bathtub and back into the wall cavity. And then there's this one here, which I just found, like, sitting pinned behind this thing here. I have no idea if this is live. So yeah, I'm not touching the end of it. So I'll get Paul to test that for me and see if that's live. Or the other thing I could do is get a turn the power off, get a power point, hook it up to a power point, turn the power back on, plug a lamp or something in there, and if it comes on, well, I know it's live. And then all I'll do is cap it off and make it nice and safe. So yeah, looking at a 720 doorway here. I would love to make it an 820, but if I do that, I'm really restricting the width of my shower inside the bathroom. I would love to just leave this wall stud here, and obviously all that inside that room will be the shower, but I actually have to move it back to about, where are we? I did put a mark here somewhere, but I've got to move it back slightly because I need the doorway to come across, because I'm going to have the toilet sitting in this corner, and you don't want to be looking through the doorway and seeing the front edge of the toilet. You want that to be back behind the wall. So in order to do that, I've got to move the doorway that way to hide the toilet bowl. You know, what's 100 mil in the shower? Seriously. So yeah, so it's a bit unfortunate. I've got to move this, but it's no biggie. Easy fixed. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'll give you a quick look. I'll give you a quick look in the bathroom, because I'm not sure if in the last video I showed you the completed thing. So that's it. You'll notice a huge difference on the video now. It's so bright in here because of those heat lamps. Got all this installed, so I got a new shower rose put in. Eventually I will change these taps. I'll go with something a little more modern, but if I change these, I've got to change them, and then I've got to change them. So at the moment, they're all matching. I probably could have went with a round shower head style, which probably would have suited these taps better, seeing that everything's round. But I was thinking down the track, you know, further on down the track into the future, and I'll modernise it. I'll put some square type taps in here and make it all pretty. So that's our bathroom. I've picked up the tiles for the other bathroom. Got a really good deal out of them. Somebody had just, I can't show you the colour, but they're quite nice. Somebody had just redone their house and had 9 packs, 7 per pack, so 63 tiles. Same size as this, so the 450 by 450s, had 9 packs of them. If I had bought them from National Tiles, they would have cost me $360. I got them for $200. And then she had 2 boxes of these, and I didn't know she had 2 boxes of them at the time. I thought she only had, I did know she had 2 boxes of them, but I wasn't aware of how many were in a box. I thought there was only 10 in a box, but it turns out there's actually 2 rows there, 20 tiles. So I've ended up with like 36 of these nice grey tiles. They're a little similar to these to the floor. They are smooth. They're not that rougher type, but they are a wall tile. She had them in a kitchen, and she had them done in a herringbone pattern. And she said, make me an offer. And I said, thinking that there was only 16 tiles, I said, $20. And she's like, and then she said, yeah, okay. And then when I got home and I opened up the box just to make sure nothing was broken in there, I realised that there's actually a lot more in there. So yeah, so there are 100 by 300s, and there is, let's have a look. Oh, 40. So I think I've got, what have I got in there? 2, 4, I've got probably about 16 in there, so 40, I've got about 56 tiles. So for $220, I got all the tiles for the other bathroom. So what a bonus. So yeah, I'm happy with it. There's still a couple of little grouting spots that I've got to go over. You can see down here, I missed this again, like when I went back to regrout everything, and here I missed it. I forgot all about it because obviously it's below my line of sight. So you know, there'll be another day I'll come back and I'll do those when I'm doing another grouting job. But yeah, everything's good. So I'm happy with it. You know, for a $3,000 bathroom, I think it's come up pretty good. So guys, I'll leave it here because I know I've rambled on for a long time now, and I'll keep you up to date with how we go with the built-in robe and master ensuite. Cheers.